Hello, my friends. Coming to you from Salt Lake City. I've been very fortunate to have 2 whole days home, which is almost unheard of. Feeling very relaxed, free, loving, and ready to take on this season. It's a beautiful fall day here in Utah, and I'll be honest, fall and winter are not my favorite seasons. I'm not a big fan of the cold or layering. This year I get to learn the beauty of that. There's a saying that says, trees show us the beauty of letting things go, and that's what fall shows us. When the leaves fall from the trees, they're so beautiful right now. If you haven't gone outside, I am hoping for a hike later today. It's really beautiful when the leaves change. I'm coming to you today to talk about accountability and self-love and the importance of self-love. I did a video yesterday and it was kind of all over the place, so I will try to stay on track with this and get to the point a little bit quicker. I have a friend that is going through a situation that I have been through many times, and I believe that I learned something very, very valuable in this last time, and I'm really so grateful. She is going through a situation where she is giving all of her love, all of her energy, all of her thoughts and her time, investing in something that the returns are not really all that great. There's a lot of excuses coming back, a lot of neglect and disregard, and there's a lot of excuses being made. And it's just really heartbreaking. In this current dating culture, it's very common. We like instant gratification and we don't like hard work. So what we do is we get really excited about the honeymoon phase, and in certain situations there's a lot of terms that I can throw out. Love bombing, breadcrumbing, ghosting, all of these things. You can look all of those things up. However, it's very, very common in our current dating culture, and it is really psychologically and emotionally damaging to the people that are experiencing that. She is a little bit like me, where she really likes to give her all. She likes to give people a million excuses for the reason why they're behaving the way that they are, and really just think the best of people. And while I think that is a really beautiful characteristic, it is also very damaging to your self-esteem and your self-worth. And the problem is we teach people how to treat us by what we allow, and we allow by what we believe in we deserve in ourselves. And so there's a lack of self-love there, and the reason why I know this is because I've experienced it. And what I'm seeing with her is really standard, and I would love to see a shift in our consciousness and for us to really change these things. Because when we choose to give people excuses for poor behavior or for not showing up and for disregarding us, we are allowing that to continue, and to be honest, it will only get worse. It's a strange thing that as humans, we value by the boundaries that people put up. Some people don't like boundaries, and the beautiful thing is if you set boundaries and they decide not to stick with you, it's beautiful because they aren't meant to be in your life anyway. If you have to change who you are or make excuses for people on a consistent basis, they're devaluing you. And whether they're devaluing themselves or not doesn't really matter. All that you can pay attention to is what is going on with you. What we tend to do as women is, and our society sets us up to believe that this is what we're supposed to do. Hopefully this is changing, but at least in the culture that I was born and raised in, this is how things are seen. That a woman is only valued by what she's able to give and the acceptance that she receives from others, whether that's friends, family, romantic partners, even children. We're not really allowed to set boundaries and say, hey, that doesn't really work for me, or this is what I need. That really more so is the thing. This is what I need. And if they can't give it to you, that's okay, but you need to be able to give it to yourself. And sometimes that means taking time away from them in order for you to do that for yourself. And I just don't see enough women doing it. I really do hope that it's changing. And once again, this isn't to blame or shame anybody, because it's all a learning path, and I don't judge anybody's length of time or path that they choose to do that, because God knows I have gone on so many different detours and paths that were definitely great for my learning, but very, very painful. And so I just hold the space for people while they are going through that. What I would recommend is to really watch like I said from my last video, the energy exchange. I've had partners that have commented on, have you noticed when we're together that I'm more energized and you're more depleted? And yes, I had noticed. And the saddest thing is I knew why, because I had enough information at that point to understand that I was being taken from and I was not being given to. And part of it was me not giving to myself. I wasn't giving the time and space to myself because I was wanting somebody else's approval, or I just really wanted this to work, when the truth is it really isn't working. And again, this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be a friendship. It can be the relationship with your children. It can be work colleagues. It can really be any relationship. But if something is not in alignment, it is your job to align it. And the way to do that is to step back, take some quiet time to yourself, do some self-care, love. Epsom salt baths are fantastic. Yoga is amazing for stretching mind and body and aligning the two together. Meditation is great. I'm just learning the art of meditation. I am still at the point of guided meditation and may forever be. However, even if you take 2, 3, 5, 10 minutes a day to really sit and quiet yourself down, you will learn so much. When I decided to step away, the information that I had been denying myself for the whole time became very, very clear. And while that's painful, because the information was always there, it was always there, and I just didn't want to see it, because what I wanted was approval. And what I didn't have was my own self-approval. And when you don't have your own self-approval, you're not going to get anybody else's. So, and the great thing is, when you have your own self-approval, if people are disproving or unapproving of you, it's okay. That's okay, because it's not about anybody else's opinion of you. It's about your opinion of you. If you allow people to put you on the back burner, to hold you on the side, as a decision later, I'll deal with it later, or put every single thing in front of you, that's okay. They're just telling you your amount of value to them. And some people aren't going to like to hear this, people that are allowing that to happen, and people that are doing that, because it's not a fun thing to look at. But the truth is, if you don't look at it, you'll continue the pattern and you'll continue to attract more of the same. In my situation, it caused a lot of falling away of friends and beautiful things in my life, because I was investing in something that wasn't investing in me, and I was begging for love rather than cultivating love within myself. And that's a very painful lesson to have. The beautiful thing is, when you finally get it, it's untouchable. It really is. The peace that you feel when you finally choose yourself is so profound. And the amazing thing that happens when you create time for yourself, you can build anything. We are capable of creating any situation that we want. And it really is amazing. It was amazing when I chose myself. Each time, when I look back over the past 10, 15 years, each time that I've chosen myself, amazing people and amazing experiences have come in to replace what I thought I was losing. And that's the hardest part, is feeling like you're losing something that is so very important to you. But if you look at it, if it's not feeding you in the same way that you're feeding it, it's really not valuable, and the loss is not that great. You can take the lessons, again, never wish harm or ill will to the person, that didn't give to you. That was part of their learning path. But really just take the time and love yourself enough to not accept that. And to ask people and be very vocal and honest about what it is that you need. If they can't give it to you, that's okay. that's just not where they are, and you're not a match. And that is the hardest thing, because there are certain people we want to match with, and the truth is we just don't. So take the lesson, do your work, do your meditation, journal writing, anything that resonates with you. Go dance, sing as loud as you want to. I love driving in the car, listening to my own music, taking some time to myself. Plan a solo trip. You know, even if you're not going very far, just go for a drive. Go, you know, rent a hotel room for yourself and go spend the night somewhere. Have a little staycation. Reset yourself. Do your meditation. Make sure that you get very, very clear with what it is that's missing. Is it something you're not giving yourself, or is it something that is being not given by somebody else, and you're off balance in the give-take relationship? I do believe both partners need to give 100 and 100. It's not a 50-50 situation. And sometimes somebody will give more and somebody will give less. But as long as it's going back and forth and there aren't excuses being made and it's not a long period of time that this is happening, then that's fantastic. You know, whatever you need to do to make your relationship work. So I wish you all love, happiness, joy, and peace. I hope that this fall is treating you well, that you're happy and feeling whole within yourself. I wish you peace, love, and prosperity. Have a great day.